call this bang bang. Seriously?
Bang, bang.
I will fuck you up. I will beat your ass.
Bang, bang.
I will fuck you up. Pull up, bitch.
Bang, bang.
I will fuck you up. I will beat your ass.
Bang, bang.
I will fuck you up.
Objection. Objection.
Bang, bang.
I will fuck you up. KO. Bang bang.
Bang, bang.
I will fuck you up. You're a bitch, bro.
Bang, bang.
I will fuck you up. I will beat your ass.
Bang, bang.
I will fuck you up. Right?
Yeah.
The bang bang, the bang bang, pull up. The bang bang, the bang bang, pull up.
Bang, bang.
Right?
Yeah.
The bang bang, the bang bang, pull up. The bang bang, the bang bang.
Bang, bang. Bang, bang. Bang, bang.
All right, Mr. Lally, your next witness, please.
Yes, Your Honor, the Commonwealth calls Trooper Michael Proctor to the stand. Please state your name and spell your last name for the jury.
Michael Proctor, Proctor.
You're a bitch, bro.
Bang, bang.
I will fuck you up. I will beat your ass. I will fuck you up.
I'm going to allow it.
Bang, bang.
I will fuck you up. I will beat your ass. I will fuck you up.
I'm going to allow it.
Bang, bang. Bang, bang.
Welcome to the Weekend Live Show.
508 is where I'm from.
We run down the biggest stories of the week with you every Saturday night. Let us know in the comments right now where you reppin'.
Apache Junction, Taunton, Worcester, Long Island, Manchard, South Florida, Webster, Malden, Framingham, Tucson, Wichita, Billerica, Salem, Gloucester, Moosop, Connecticut, Charleston, South Carolina, Roslindale, Moosop, Connecticut, London, Hanson, Glendale, Arizona, Lynn, Mapleville, Quincy.
Food stands, leave your clothes, buddy, and then we're scooping up the
funny ass guy, man.
Have you ever heard of Turtle Voice? Yeah? Are you a fan?
508 is where I'm from.
Hey, what's up?
508 is where I'm from.
How was that?
You a freaking idiot. Stop telling people that I'm mentally deranged and stupid.
Call me Aidan. He's not a doctor, but...
Get out of my store, please.
You're a fucking loser.
You are a loser.
You're not a journalist. You're nobody. You're not turtle hair. Don't make such fun of the criminal justice system.
NFL on the house, blog that.
Let's get this party started.
And I will not be intimidated. I will not be silenced. And we will continue on our journey for justice for John O'Keefe and for Karen Reed.
Tick, tick, boom. Boys, go baby, we bringing out toys. Boys, chop up the singing, should be on the voice. Bang, bang, we gon' ride out. Gang, gang, we don't die out. Want it like this, ain't no timeouts. Tell me who really gon' find out. We be disturbing the peace. Working, we serving the streets.
Karen Reed has supporters who've shown up in large numbers.
Tick, tick, boom. Hard body, and not scaring nobody. You make me resort to wildin'. You must be blind by the diamonds. I didn't want it to be this way, but y'all won't need to try this. So it's no way around it. You the loudest one, it's going quiet. We be disturbing the peace. Working, we serving the streets. About to go ahead, going beast. Bang, bang, leave you sleep.
This is the first time I think I've ever seen this. An outpouring of support for someone accused of murdering a Boston police officer. Unbelievable situation. Never seen anything like it.
Tick, tick, boom. You can't stop me, so who gon' stop me? You can't stop me, so who gon' stop me? You can't stop me, so who gon' stop me? You can't stop me, so who gon' stop me? We be disturbing the peace, working, we serving the streets. About to go ahead, going beast. Bang, bang, leave you sleep. It's go, 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 go time. Tick, tick, boom.
Boom! What's up, turtle people? How's everyone out there doing tonight? Good, good, excellent. Welcome to the live show, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Aidan Kearney. You can call me whatever you want, really. I mean, some people call me Clarence Woods Emerson. That's my Facebook name. Other people, old school turtle riders, call me Uncle Turtle Boy. I prefer doctor, if I'm being perfectly honest with you. I'd like to be addressed as doctor. I've earned my degree in journalism and hot takes in general. So, but that's okay. You can also acceptable is daddy, although certainly not required. I will allow it. I understand that can be a little bit weird for some people, but I won't reprimand you if you do that. I don't care what you call me. Just be here every Tuesday and Saturday night at 9 p.m. sharp, and we'll be good. Can you guys hear me okay? It'll be good? Awesome. Cool. All right. Just be here 9 p.m. sharp. Check your mic. You sound a little muffled. So it's a new mic. I don't know. Is it bad? Is like the mic bad? Let me know if it's bad. If it's no good, if it's no bueno, I'll just use the computer mic. No worries. The audio is good. Okay. If it muffles, it muffles. Wade Hunter's side piece. I know what I call. Oh, I love Wade Hunter. Okay, cool. All right. Anyway, guys. So what was I going to say? Yeah. So welcome to the show. Make sure you smash that subscribe button. I think it was last Saturday night. We passed 100,000. So that's cool. You know, it'd be a lot cooler than 100,000, 500,000. That'd be way cooler. So, or 1 million. That'd be even cooler. At the rate we're going right now, you never know. I mean, it looks like we're going to have another trial in a couple months. God knows what that's going to bring us. You know, I mean, they're just keeping us going here. I can't even move on to new content. I don't even have the ability to do that, but we'll see what happens. But anyway, if you guys want to have your messages read out loud to the class, we can't do super chat here. We got demonetized by YouTube a long time ago. That's why there's no commercials on here. It's pretty cool. We had the wrong opinion about President Biden's vaccine mandate in 2021. And, you know, because of that, you're not allowed to give me your money anymore, which is great because those crooks take like 40% anyway. So we just built our own platform. It's called Turtle Chat. You can click at the link at the top, and that brings you to Turtle Chat. You can donate whatever amount of money you want. And when you do that, you get to write a message. I will receive that message and I will read it out loud to the class. Or you can cash at me at $ Uncle Turtle Boy, and I will read your messages that way. So let me read a couple here. Let's see, what do we have so far? What's today? Is today the 12th? No, that was the other day. Okay, so no turtle chats yet, but I know I got a couple cash apps. So I want to get to these. Give me one moment. God damn. All right. 225 texts. The fuck? All right. Anyway, let's see what we got here. All right. First up, we have Daniel sends $20 and goes, can we get a freestyle for old time's sake? You know, it's been a long time since I've done a freestyle. For those of you guys new here, you might not know it. I'm a rapper. So I used to do some freestyle raps, except they weren't actually freestyles. The trolls would always point that out. That's not a freestyle. He wrote it down. I don't actually, it's a joke. I'm not actually a rapper either in real life. I'm like a middle-aged white guy. So that'd be kind of weird if I just suddenly got into rapping now all of a sudden. So, but I haven't done them in a while. Maybe we'll bring them back sometime, but, you know, for now we got plenty of content to go over. So without the freestyle rap. Okay. I'm getting more things for cash apps here. Hold on. All right. Then we have here, Cindy sends $10 and goes, what do you think about the state police recruit death? We're going to get to that tonight. Trust me, Cindy. We're going to get all to that tonight. It's one of the things on the list. It's also Mark Bettero's birthday today. So if you see him out there, wish him a happy birthday. I get to meet Mark. Well, I've never met him before. I've talked to him I've had him on my show. Never met him in the flesh. He did attend one or 2 days of the Reed hearing, of the Reed trial. But I have my hearing with him he's going to be representing me with Tim Bradel on the 26th. Okay. On the 26th. And so we're going to come up here. We're going to do it up, and you're going to want to come to that hearing. I hear it's in the main courtroom, the big courtroom. So I'm told we're back in there. So that's going to be awesome. And it's going to be good. Let's just put it that way. We've got a lot. We've been holding back. We have a lot. It's outrageous what's been happening. And we got a lot to talk about. All right, cool. So let me just refresh the turtle chats. Usually it's odd. I don't know if anyone sent one in, but I didn't get one. Oh, no, we got one here from Liam. Liam sent $5 and he said, free Karen Reed. I agree with you on that one, Liam. I appreciate that. We also got people who are preferring the cash apps tonight. I'm getting more cash apps than turtle chats. We have here Vanessa sends. What did Vanessa send? Oh, no, this is Maddie. Sends $10 and goes, Wade Hunter 2024. I miss Wade Hunter. Yeah. So yeah, the hearing will be on 2 p.m. on the 26th. And I promised them I wouldn't spill too much about it, but it's going to be good. Like we got a whole lot of shit. A lot has happened in the last couple weeks that we've been working on, and it's going to be dope. Let's just put it that way. And I hope to see you guys all there because it's really outrageous. You know, it's outrageous what they're doing to Karen Reed, being wrongfully charged with murder. No doubt about that. But like the difference between me and Karen is that, like she didn't have a choice. Like I chose to write stories about this. I chose to cover this, and they still are trying to lock me up for it. Right. And they're still trying to, like, I'm facing 120 years in jail. Like, that's fucking crazy. When you think about 120 years in jail, I won't do any time. Because I'm not going to be convicted of anything. And I can't wait to go at it in court and just annihilate these people, just annihilate them. By these people, I mean the Commonwealth, of course, not the witnesses. I know they're very scared and they're very worried and frightened. So we don't want to scare them too much. So that's good. And speaking of the devil, you guys might have seen it. Let me just pull this up. TV Daily News, Bukkake, Fanning, Cape Cod. Okay. You guys might have seen this story that I published. Right here. There it is. Get out of there, Ed. I published this story back in what month? This was in March. I said, state police detectives Bukkake and Fanning drove to Cape Cod to intimidate a woman's family who sent a text message to Colin Albert in July. And this was the text message that the woman sent Colin Albert. Again, I called Colin Albert on the show and I said his phone number out loud. So that's how they got it. I don't recommend ever contacting these people, but certainly not directing you to anyone to do it, etc. And yeah, let me just hold on one second. Okay. So it says, this is what she said to him. She said, be a good human and tell the truth. Okay. What's wrong with that? I don't think anything's wrong with that. You and your Uncle Brian, Jen McCabe, couldn't be more guilty. Okay. That's an opinion. That's certainly a constitutionally protected opinion. You're allowed to think that people are guilty. Okay. What are they going to say? John O'Keefe may not have been your favorite person, but he was a good person. And they say we don't care about John O'Keefe. And sadly, you and all of your family, along with dirtbag Proctor, are trying to project Karen Reed as the killer. But guess what? So many are not fucking stupid and know all and what you and your scumbag family are up to. Do the right thing and tell the truth. And she's got it in the phone as Dirtbag Colin. Again, wouldn't recommend doing this for sure. But don't see anything illegal here. Like, you're allowed to tell somebody, like, what part of this is objectionable? Be a good human, tell the truth. I think you're guilty of murder. Like, where is tell the truth? And that's what it comes down to. They hate when you say tell the truth. They hate it. So they went to this woman's parents' house, right? First, they tracked down her ex-boyfriend. That must have been like the last recorded address they could find to her. And they couldn't find her there. The ex-boyfriend, she don't really talk to him anymore, so he didn't know where she lived. And so then they're like, well, let's go to her parents' house. And they went like deep in the Cape. And like way out there. Not Truro, but like pretty far. And so they tracked them down. And the dad told them when they answered the door, basically, go fuck yourself, you corrupt pieces of shit, or something like that. Right. And yeah, that's a good point. It's a good point. So when and I'm charged with witness intimidation against Colin too. Let's keep in mind, Colin Albert was not charged with, or was not a witness in this case, in the Kearney case, because he was not questioned by police at all. I mean, they hid Colin Albert from police. Like, he just was there. Everybody knows he was there, but they just didn't interview him at all. The first time they interviewed him was like late July of 2023. After I did my whole thing with Colin when I called him up and I'm like, yo, Colin, it's Turtle Boy from them Advantage Boys. Yo, bang, bang. Remember those days? And I did an imitation of him and I got charged with felony witness intimidation. That imitation was on July 8th, 2023, before Colin was ever interviewed by police, therefore before he was a witness. And Colin, but they'll argue, though, the statute says family member of a witness. So Colin, unfortunately, is the spawn of Julie and Chris Albert. So he would be, I guess, he's kind of a witness, but not really, I think they called it. And yeah, but anyway, so update on this one. So I did this story like a few months ago. The girl just didn't answer the door. Okay. No one, or basically she wasn't there. They told them to fuck off. And I thought it was over. Wrong. You guys see this? Let me bring this up. I like this comment, by the way. This is so true. It's like, I watched the trial. I knew nothing about the case. Turtle Boy got kicked out of national television. And I'm like, who's Turtle Boy? And down the rabbit hole I go. That was like the biggest day I had in picking up subscribers and followers, was the day I got kicked out of court. That was still awesome. Like, that was one of the best, one of the dumbest things they could have done to me was kick me out. Cause I got back in. I just couldn't be there for some of their testimony, but I got in eventually. You know, I was there for the Proctor one. That was pretty cool. All right. So anyway, all right. So what do we have here? All right. So this woman whose house the state police showed up at received a summons in the mail today. This came to her today. She is being charged, or there is a clerk magistrate's hearing at on November 1st for 2 counts here. Witness intimidation, like the felony one. The offense is 7/27/2023. That doesn't seem right. Okay. 7/27/2020. And they're just charging her now. And then telephone calls, electronic communications that are annoying. Apparently that's a crime. And so I'm like, what the hell is that crime? Telephone calls that are annoying. So I looked it up, and let me see what I had here. So I looked up, let me look up this law in the legislature. So it says here, whoever telephones another person, contacts another person by electronic communication, or causes another person to be telephoned or contacted by electronic communication repeatedly for the sole purpose of harassing, annoying, or molesting the person or the person's family, whether or not conversation ensues, or whoever telephones or contacts a person repeatedly by electronic communications and uses indecent or obscene language to the person shall be punished by blah, 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 blah. So how did she texted him basically once, all in one sitting, 3 separate texts, but all in one sitting. And apparently if you do that, you've committed a crime. They're just making shit up. Like it's the same. Imagine this is what your state police are doing. This is what your taxpayer dollars are going towards, is not arresting, I don't know, Colin Albert or Brian Albert or Jennifer McCabe. Jennifer McCabe can Google how long to die in cold at 2:27 a.m. And then the police don't even fucking look into it at all. As a matter of fact, they protect her. First, they say they didn't find that. They didn't see that when they did the data extraction. And then they track down some douchebag from Alberta who's trying to sell an app, and they get him to come down and be like, actually, it did not Google that. According to the cache and according to the analogs. By the way, download my app and you will see. I used to work for Celebrate, but now I work for this. And it's really, so they get him, and then they got the Hindu lady there with the do-rag, Jessica Hyde, and they get her to come down, and she's a chatterbox. And so this is think of how much that cost the Commonwealth, all to protect Jennifer McCabe, all to protect her, a murderer. Let me be very clear about this in case I haven't a million fucking times. Jennifer McCabe is a murderer, like full stop. That's it. She's a murderer. She did it. She actively participated in the murder of John O'Keefe. I can't stress that enough. I'm begging them to sue me if it's not true. They haven't done it yet. She actively participated in the murder of John O'Keefe. As a matter of fact, she Googled how long to die in cold because she knew that John O'Keefe was dying inside that house and that the plan was to put him outside to finish him off. And she wanted to know how long that would take. That is why in the morning, when Karen Reed called her at 4:53, she told Karen Reed that she then called. She told Karen, like when Karen came to her house, 30 minutes later, she told Karen, I called Nicole, my sister, who answered the phone and said, John's not there. John's not there. She did that. That was a lie. That was a complete lie. She didn't call her sister. Why would she say that? To keep, because the trolls all go, why didn't Karen go right back to 34 Fairview? Because Jen lied to her. And Jen told her he's not there. So we're wasting our time if we go back there. That's it. So I just want to be very clear in case I wasn't clear about that already. The only person in that house who I know as a matter of fact was involved directly in the murder of John O'Keefe was Jennifer McCabe. Now, I suspect Brian Albert and Brian Higgins and Colin Albert were also involved in that. I suspect. I know that all of them were there for it. There isn't a single person in that house who was unaware of what happened to John O'Keefe inside that house. And that includes Sarah Levinson, Julie Nagel, Gay Brian Albert Jr., Caitlin Albert, and maybe other people. I don't know. All of them know, and Nicole Albert, all of them know full well what happened to John. But the only one who I can say definitively participated in the murder is Jennifer McCabe, because she actually Googled how long to die in cold. I don't know. Like, for all I know, maybe Sarah Levinson just beat the fucking bag out of him and just killed and him and her and Chloe just did it all. I don't know. And then they all protected Sarah Levinson. I don't know. That seems unlikely. I doubt it. I think the odds of that happening are small, but I have no proof that Brian Albert delivered the fatal blow or hit him at all. I have no proof that Colin Albert hit him at all or Brian Higgins hit him at all. I do have proof that Jennifer McCabe Googled how long to die in cold at 2:27 a.m., which makes her a murderer. So there's that. Anyway, so that this is what my point is. This is what your state police are doing. They're your taxpayer dollars, even though they're under scrutiny, they're being watched by everyone. Most of these guys are under internal affairs investigation. They're just moving forward. They don't give a shit. They're like, let's just charge more people. And I guarantee the woman who got this summons in the mail is not going to be the last one. There will be more. A lot of people have been visited by these fucks. And so expect your summons. However, I think it's a good thing for me because I don't think any of these people are going to be charged. I think they're going to go to this hearing. And by the way, the clerk, we got to talk about this clerk. Her name is Lauren Green. Okay. She is a certified McAlbert townie. She's the head clerk over at Stoughton District Court. Good friends with the McAlberts, lives in Canton, completely corrupt, is involved in a lot of these. She probably knows a lot of shit. And boy, do I have some stories to tell you about some shenanigans that have been happening inside Stoughton District Court. Boy, do I have some stories. I'm going to hold off on those stories for a bit, but this woman's involved in it. Very corrupt. All these people are corrupt. So Lauren Green, you've kind of skated for a while here. We haven't really talked about you, but we know what you've been doing, girl. So anyway, we'll stop there. What else was I going to say? I forget. Okay. But yeah, so this is what your police are doing. It's outrageous. Let me read some turtle chats here before we continue. And then I want to get to this new scandal that's happening. Apparently they're killing recruits now too. Maybe. I don't know. All right. Kristen sends $10 and says, on 2020, Karen mentioned that she doesn't have a car or a license. I understand the car was seized, but did the Commonwealth revoke her license? Hashtag free Karen Reed, hashtag free Turtle Boy. I don't know. I don't know if they revoked her license. They might have. I don't know. Definitely doesn't have a car. And she stopped paying the car payments after a while. She just told them to go fuck themselves. But yeah, there's that. Okay. Thank you. Next one is Penny sends $10 and goes, thank you for all you're doing. Hashtag free Karen Reed, hashtag free Turtle Boy, hashtag justice for John O'Keefe. Absolutely. You're very welcome. It's my pleasure. By the way, going to the Patriots game tomorrow. I'm excited about that. I'm going with my buddy Chris Coit. He's a former Taunton City Councilor, ran for state rep a couple of years ago. He invited me to speak on behalf of Kelly Dooner the other night in Taunton. So we'll be down there. I think I'm in section 140. If anyone is around, anyone else going? No. So he has atrium seats. So I guess you tailgate inside the stadium. That's a thing. So I'll be there. I don't know if any of you guys are there. Stop down and say hello. But I was thinking, I'm like, should I wear I got 2 shirts. I brought a Patriots jersey. Obviously I could wear that. Or honestly, I think I'm just going to wear my free Karen Reed shirt, like a red one. Cause fuck it. That's how I rep now, I want to be out there. I just want to rep the brand and I want to run into like one of these scumbags. And that's the big thing. I want to see Rafferty. I want to see run him down Rafferty there. I want to take a picture with her. I want to ask why she doesn't return my emails. I want to ask why Jill Daniels wasn't charged. That's still the clerk magistrate still hasn't gotten back to us, by the way. Still waiting on that one. So yeah, I think we all agree. Let's do this. Actually, let's put a poll up. All right. Should I wear? What should I wear to the game? All right, so my Troy Brown jersey is like my favorite Patriot of all time. Love Troy Brown. Or my free Karen Reed shirt. Let's see what the vote is. Okay, we are about 250 votes in, and it's 97-3. So I think it's going to go. We're going to wear that tomorrow. And I'm excited, man. I mean, it's like the Patriots were supposed to be horrible this year, and they probably are. But that was quite the upset last week. I mean, it's a boring way to win. The defense is freaking apparently awesome. And that's exciting. And Jacoby Brissett just doesn't, his job is not to fuck up. Don't be like Mac. Don't be like Mac. That's all you got to do. And I don't know, eventually play the kid. All these other rookies are playing, like Jaden Daniels is starting and Caleb Williams is starting, and people drafted lower than him. Like Bo Nix is a starter somehow. And so, but this guy's not. Come on. Anyway. Oh, that's right. The free Karen Reed billboard. That's right. I forgot about that. That's still up. That thing was supposed to be up for like 2 months. It's still up to this day. It's been up for a year now. Can you believe that? It's been up for a year. So that's awesome. Go Hawks and free Karen Reed. We'll see. I mean, the Seahawks are kind of mediocre. You know, I'm not impressed. They're 3.5-point favorites. We'll see. And we're supposed to be really bad. The Patriots were supposed to be really bad. So like, I mean, if last week was a fluke, then so be it. But if they win this week, don't look now. Talking about Yoffs, if we start winning some more of these games. Okay, so no new buyers. So the billboard remains. Nice. All right, cool. All right. Let me read some more turtle chats here. Diana sends $50. Thank you, Diana. She says, happy 22nd anniversary to my love, Jason Doherty. Free Karen Reed, free Turtle Boy, free the Canton 9. They are free, but actually free Doherty's, justice for John O'Keefe, and justice for Sandra Birchmore. Yeah, we're halfway there. We pretty much, we don't have complete justice for Sandra Birchmore because until the state police are held responsible for that, it's not enough just to arrest Matthew Farwell for what he did. We all know what he is, but what about the people that protected him? You know, those are the people that really need to be held accountable. So Desiree sends $5. She says, speaking of rap, where can I find the feds are watching McAlbert video? Oh, do I have that one? Do I have that one somewhere? I'd be looking fresh with the feds watching. Let me see if I have it here. That's a good one. I think Lauren Murray made that one. And if she can send that to me, that would be dope. Because that is this one.
I be looking fresh with them feds watching. I be looking fresh with them feds watching. I be looking fresh with them feds watching. New whip, yeah. And dogs, Toto. All you're doing is going down a bloody yellow brick motherfucking road. Sexual misconduct on a student. I be looking fresh with them feds watching. I be looking fresh with them feds watching. New whip, yeah. And dogs, Toto. Make your block hot. Kettle, $140, evil cutting evil, I be stunting. Paparazzi, put the barrel down your throat. Have you singing Lady Gaga. I be looking fresh with them feds watching.
Get out of my store, please. You are a loser.
That's a good one. Thank you for reminding me. That's such a good one. Giannetti. What happened to Giannetti? Is he dead? I haven't seen him since he showed up to one of my hearings outside for he was there when I got out of jail. He was yelling at me and shit. But I haven't seen him since. I miss Giannetti. Okay. Deirdre sends $10 and goes, juror question. Is the juror who told the jury about you being at the trial one who voted guilty? Yes, they were, I believe. Did they feel that any juror... The juror I interviewed did not vote guilty. That they feel that any juror was steering discussions responsibility away from the McAlberts and was poo-pooing the crash daddies. I suspect a McAlberts stealth juror. Yeah, I mean, they were just really hooked on the text stream, the Lexus text stream. So we're going to have to do a deep dive into that. And I think our lawyers are going to have to too, because they were just really obsessed with that, it seems. And I get it, because the text stream data says that she was going 24 miles an hour in reverse. It doesn't say what time that happened at, but here you have expert Joseph Paul who's telling you, yeah, that's what that means. She was going back 24 miles an hour in reverse. It says it right there. I guarantee you, there's no freaking way she went 24 miles an hour in reverse ever in her lifetime. No one watching this right now has ever gone 24 miles an hour in reverse. You can't do it. Try it. Give it a shot. You cannot do it. Only a sick fucking person. I would be scared doing that in an empty parking lot. Like, it's not natural to go backwards like that. Not natural at all. And so the jurors see that and they're like, whoa, it's on the data. They're telling me it happened at the time. That must have been the killing time, right? Must be the killing time. So they need to just make sure that the jury has a better understanding of that, because clearly it was the most effective thing that they came up with. Like, it was so effective that all the shit with the McAlberts just didn't matter. They were like, doesn't matter. Tech stream. Doesn't matter. Taillight. Tech stream. Drunk. That's all they cared about. And again, I've seen people say this, that, the key cycles prove she didn't do it. This is one of those things I need to go over in more detail. But like Joe Flipperhead had a video on it. Should we watch it? Let's just watch it. I'm not going to lie. I watched it and I got fucking bored. Like, it's no offense to Joe Flipperhead. It's just such a boring topic. So, but it apparently matters a lot. So let's watch this. Let's watch this video that he put together here.
Yes. What do you mean by stuff? I don't know.
Can you explain to the jury sort of what a key cycle is and what are the different things that could trigger a key cycle?
Key cycle is essentially, so it's from the ignition cycle. It's let's take that.
What? How is this guy convincing?
Sorry. So a key cycle is essentially from when the vehicle's off, it's pressed on. It doesn't necessarily need to be running or turned on. It just needs to be turned on and then off again. And that would be one key cycle.
What? Okay. Here's a visual explanation from ASGAT-FX.
So let's start with the basics. This is a simple ignition switch. When you turn the key fully, you'll hear the engine start. After hearing it start, you'll release the key and it falls back to its on position.
So this is ASGAT-FX. It's a good YouTube channel. Check it out. Explain some of this. So, okay, so you turn it on and then it goes back. You start the car and then it stays in the on position, right? Okay.
Then, of course, if you turn it back fully, it turns the car off.
Okay.
Now you can stick the key in and turn it simply to the on position.
Okay.
This is a key cycle.
Okay.
Then when you start the vehicle, this is an ignition cycle.
What?
All these cycles are recorded in logs.
I don't get it. I'm already fucking lost. I'm already freaking lost. I don't get it. I press a button. It's fucking 2024. I press a button to start my car. I don't even know. This is foreign to me, using a key at all. I don't get it. Did Karen's 2021 Lexus require a key going in? I don't know. So I'm already lost. Let me just play this again, because I don't know if you guys get it. So
let's start with the basics. This is a simple ignition switch. When you turn the key fully, you'll hear the engine start. After hearing it start, you'll release the key and it falls back to its on position.
Okay.
Then, of course, if you turn it back fully, it turns the car off.
Okay, yeah.
Now you can stick the key in and turn it simply to the on position.
I don't get it. That's a key cycle. So you turn the car on, it starts the car, you let go and it goes to on. And then you park the car and you turn the car off and it's done. So how the fuck is it back on? I don't get it. Can anybody explain this to me? Because I'm watching this and I'm like, I don't get what this means. What do you mean it goes to on? So you don't have to put it on start again? What the fuck is start? What's the difference between start and on? I don't get it. That's what I'm saying. So and are we sure that this is how a 2021 Lexus LX operates? Are we sure of that? Is this you put a key into it? You don't just press a button? I don't get it. That's what I'm saying. Why put it back? I don't get it. See what I'm saying? Like, even the explanation, people are like, how do you not get it? See, because I don't know, because I don't fucking get it.
So let's start with the basics. This is a simple ignition switch. When you turn the key fully, you'll hear the engine start.
Okay.
After hearing it start, you'll release the key and it falls back to its on position.
Okay.
Then, of course, if you turn it back fully, it turns the car off.
Okay, so it turns the car off. So you're done driving. right? You're done driving. Now, this is the part I don't get.
Now you can stick the key in and turn it simply to the on position.
Why? You don't have to press, you don't have to go to start. See what I'm saying? Like, I'm not fucking stupid. I'm actually a smart person and I don't fucking get it. I don't get it.
This is a key cycle.
Why would you put it on? Why would you, for what? You've parked the car. Are you driving again? Can anyone okay, I'll keep watching.
When you start the vehicle, this is an ignition cycle. All these cycles are recorded in logs. Every single time since the birth of the vehicle, every key cycle is recorded and logged.
Wait, so when you turn on and you do a key cycle, the car doesn't start? Is that right? So you're like just listening to the radio, is that right? Like, is that still a thing people do? Okay. Just making sure. Okay, so I got that part. All right. I know people still did that.
Even when you fully start the vehicle, creating an ignition cycle, there will always be a key cycle logged.
So take me down the road.
Okay. So this is the whole chart from Karen. And okay.
A little bit windy to a place they still put sugar in.
The column key cycle is what we just learned about. Okay. So that's key cycle. We see key cycle 1162 has 2 entries that are highlighted. So the first key cycle is 1057.4. And it says trigger accelerator pedal opening angle is medium or higher immediately after shifting to R. Okay. And then it's like elapsed time. Is this 10 minutes and 57 seconds, 19 minutes and 2 seconds? And then miles. I don't, dude. I remember watching this during the trial and I was just fucking sleeping. I'm just like, this is the most boring shit I've ever heard in my life. I don't fucking know what any of this means. I wasn't a good student. I would fall asleep during shit like this. I don't fucking care that much. All I care about is, can we get back to the McAlberts? Like, or shit like that. Like, that was interesting. This to me is the most boring fucking shit ever. But apparently it's what nearly got her convicted. Okay. Okay, so let's keep playing this.
The women all fine and the love is fair. Yeah,
So this is the key cycle Trooper Paul claims is when Karen Reed hit John O'Keefe. Key cycle 1162. But there's 2 key cycles for that. I don't get it. Why? I see key cycle 1111. Where's key cycle 1112? And then 1113. I don't fucking get it. I don't get it. I don't get what these numbers mean. Why is this one 1162? I don't get it.
driver, you can drive me home anyway. Hey driver.
Why does it jump from key cycle? Oh, that's the question. Okay.
I'm in a fight with God. It's Carolina shore.
Okay, simple explanation. When the engine is turned on, the key cycle counter is incremented. What the fuck does that mean? I thought this is supposed to be, what's an increment? What does incremented mean? All right. However, if no unusual driving conditions take place, no event will be recorded. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, again, people are, I wasn't the best student, especially with shit I couldn't understand. Science, once things like advanced algebra, once that shit got started, I'm like, this is too much for me. I don't get it. Okay. So what does any of this mean? I don't get it. When it says here, when the engine is turned on, the key cycle counter is incremented. What? Okay. Let's look up the word incremented. What does that mean? It means the act or process of increasing. Okay. So it grows. Gotcha. The key cycle counter grows. However, if no unusual driving conditions take place, no event. Well, what's an event? Is a key cycle an event? See what I'm saying? Like, you got to keep using the same terminology, meaning you won't see a row on this table. However, the key cycle counter has still been incremented. Okay. So so this only counts. So these only appear when something unusual happens? Unusual? What does unusual mean? Okay, and this is the unusual thing? All right, whatever.
Seems the place I'm getting on. Daddy always told me, never make a home on the road.
All right, next.
Sneaking out.
There we go.
I want to be clear. The reason that these numbers skip in your diagram
See me? I'm not even paying attention there. I am so bored.
directly in order, right? Every single number is in order on this left-hand column because this is only a diagram of when triggering events occur, right?
Yes.
Something unusual about the operation of the vehicle, correct?
Yes.
Hey, driver, I've been riding.
Okay, from key cycle 111 to 162, Karen turned her engine dozens of times. So that means, 51 times, right? None of which caused the text stream system to activate and record an event. Okay.
It's lonely way too long. All the love I had worth giving was all spent on my song.
All right. Now back to key cycle 1162. There are 2 rows on the table below which represent 2 events that took place during key cycle 1162. And a key cycle, again, is just when you turn the key and turn the fucking radio on. That's what a key cycle is, because that's what you guys told me before. You told me that a key cycle is when you turn the radio on. An ignition cycle is when you turn it all the way and you start the car. This is fucking so boring. Oh my God. So how could the car, wait a minute. So how could there be an event if you just turn the radio on? Can anybody answer me that? How is there an event? I thought there's nothing. I thought it only records unusual events. So how is turning the radio on unusual? Can anyone answer me that? Every ignition cycle has a key cycle. Okay, is that see, that makes sense. That makes sense. Key cycle is completed to start the car. Okay. Okay, so a key cycle is part of an ignition cycle. Okay. All right, cool. All right, so let's keep playing. So I'm learning.
Boys are gambling with more than just their cars, with their bottles and their drugs and their Bibles.
So elapsed time. This number tells us how much time has elapsed since the moment the car was started up until the event takes place. Okay. So an event happens and the car starts and then 10 minutes and 57 seconds elapses and then an event takes place. Okay. And then during the same key cycle, that means they haven't turned the car off. I don't get that part. How can there be 2 key cycles with the same number? That part's confusing. It's just like a copy and paste, except this one says 19 minutes. Whatever. Okay, elapsed time. 10:51 means 10 minutes, 51 seconds as the car started. Okay.
Where the women are finding a love is fair. Yeah, driver, you can drop me off anywhere.
All right.
Yeah, driver, you can drop.
This means 2 events were recorded. The interval between the 2 was 8 minutes and 5 seconds. What? Then why do they have the same key cycle number? I don't get why they even have numbers then. Whatever.
Hey driver, I've been feeling like there's no point at all.
They claim this event, the 1051 account, occurs when Karen is driving on Cedar Crest. They said that? That's when, okay. Yeah, this song sucks too, by the way. Come on, Flipperhead. This song fucking blows. I'm gonna mute that. Okay. She drives past Fairview. Okay. She drives past Fairview and then completes a 3-point turn. So that's what they're saying that is. Okay. 19022. It says they claim this event occurs when Karen reverses 62 feet, 24 miles an hour, striking John O'Keefe. Okay. Got it. Here's the problem. Okay. Tell me about it. Oh, this fucking song. We know for certain this is when the car was in state police custody. How? We can? As we can see on the log, Trooper Paul's events are all recorded from his testing. Okay, where's the log? Is this the log? Oh my God, this fucking song. Okay, 1164 key cycle. Knowing that 1164 is Trooper Paul makes it impossible for key cycle 1162 to be Karen. Why? I don't get that. 1164 is Trooper Paul? I don't get it. I don't get it. Okay, I got that. Yeah.
These cycles are recorded in logs. Every single time since the birth of the vehicle, every key cycle is recorded and logged. Even when you fully start the vehicle, creating an ignition cycle, there will always be a key cycle logged.
Yep, got it. So for key cycle 1164 to be Paul, how do we know that's Paul? And key cycle 1162 to be Karen hitting John, that would mean the car was only started one time in between the two key cycles. Okay. But obviously it must have been, we know that's not the case, however, right? Okay, let's work backwards. Okay, I like it.
Let me show you how we know this.
Okay.
Trooper Paul started the car, creating key cycle 1164 during his testing. Moving backwards in time, we know the next key cycle was when the SUV was drove off the tow truck and pulled into the police department's garage.
Okay.
This is key cycle 1163.
Okay.
When the police department took possession of Karen's car at her parents' home, they started the vehicle and drove it on the tow truck, creating cycle 1162.
Okay.
Continuing, earlier in the day, Karen and her dad started the vehicle and drove it from John's home to his home, creating cycle 1161.
Okay. Wait. That's 11.
Going back one more time, when Karen left John's home at
How do
507.
how do they know that these are key cycles 11? How do they know that? Oh, they're just working backwards. But how do they know that Trooper Paul's was 1164? That's the part I don't get. Okay.
To drive to Jennifer McCabe's home. This would have been key cycle 1160.
Okay. Okay.
It had to get off the tow truck in Canton.
Oh, he confirmed it.
And be driven into the Sally Port. You ever see that video?
No.
Being driven in?
No.
If there was a video showing that the car was actually driven into the Sally Port, that would necessarily be a key cycle, correct?
Possibly.
Okay. So that's
Possibly.
Key cycle 1163. My mistake. I was missing one, right?
Okay.
Before that, if the car was turned on and driven onto the flatbed to get to Canton, that would be key cycle 1162 in order, correct? We're going back.
It's possible.
All right. Before
By the way, just look at John's mom during all this. It's like she is not listening to a word that's fucking being said right now. Just in case you think she gives a shit about justice for her son, she doesn't. She's just sitting there being miserable, ignoring all of this, not even open to the possibility that somebody else might have killed her son. She's not interested in hearing that. No. Thank God I didn't have a mother like this. Like, thank fucking God. That's all I'm saying.
if the car was started and the car was driven from One Meadows Avenue to Karen Reed's parents' home in Dighton, that would be another key cycle, 1161, correct?
Very possible.
Before that, if the SUV was started and driven by Miss Reed from the garage at John O'Keefe's house to Jennifer McCabe's house at 5:07 in the morning, that would be another key cycle, correct? 1160. Is that right?
It's possible.
And before that, if the SUV was started and driven by Miss Reed to the waterfall, from the waterfall to 34 Fairview at approximately 12:15 a.m., that would be another key cycle, 1159, right?
It's possible.
Is it? Oh, okay. Okay, where's the 24 miles an hour thing? That's what I want to know. So Trooper Paul did testify that 1164 was him. Okay, that makes sense. And 1162 was not. Wait, he said that? It was not Karen hitting John. He said that? I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, it's pretty, I get it a little more. Okay. But let me see if I can just see the part where he's backing up. So 1161 is when they come in, and 1162 must have been this one when they come out. Okay. So 1162 is the one that says 24 miles an hour in reverse, right? So the 1162 is going in reverse. So that would make sense, right? Well, but obviously this is not 24 miles an hour. So that's what I'm wondering, is the fact that they were, is the fact that it's like in snow. Like, this is what the juror told me too, that was his understanding of it. He's like, maybe that the fact that you're in snow, you have to rev, like the RPMs go up and maybe it calculates it at 24 miles an hour or something like that. Is that, oh, these tires wouldn't spin in the snow though. Although that's a lot of snow. I mean, is that what it was? I mean, was it 62 feet as well? I wonder if that's 62 feet. So that's 1162. But what about the 10-minute thing? What's that 10? Wasn't it 10 minutes had elapsed? That doesn't take 10, or does it? And then there was another one that was 19 minutes for the same key cycle. I don't get that one either. Either way, I mean, that's my theory on it, is that I think this is what caused it when you went backwards. If this is really 1162, I mean, that makes sense because you're going in, it's definitely going in reverse there. And perhaps it estimated 24.2 miles an hour based on the RPMs. Maybe. Either way, the burden should be on the Commonwealth to prove what this shit means. If you're at all confused by this, then they didn't prove it. It's their job to freaking explain this shit. And that's what I don't get, is all the Ian Whiffen shit at best. All that did was create doubt with the jurors. Like, I don't fucking know. This expert over here says it's one thing. This expert here says it's another. I don't fucking know. And that in that case, Karen should get the benefit of the doubt. That's reasonable doubt, because you don't know for sure. Right? You don't know for sure. And how did all these people, I mean, these jurors, like, what the fuck's wrong with them? Like, they're stupid, but they're also kind of evil. Like, how could anyone vote, be like, yeah, let's just, you know what? And I said this, and I made this analogy last time. Would any of those jurors who voted guilty on manslaughter, would they have bet their firstborn son or daughter's life on that? Like, that's what I want to know. Would they bet their kid's life on Karen Reed's guilt? Are they that fucking sure that Karen Reed did it? That they'd be like, yeah, I'd bet my kid's life on it because I love my kids. I would bet their lives that Karen Reed's innocent. Like, because I'm not even worried about it. I wouldn't bet. There isn't a sporting event ever. If the freaking Kansas City Chiefs played some high school team in football, I wouldn't bet my kids' lives on the Chiefs winning, because some crazy shit could happen. I don't fucking know. It's sports, you know, even the most guaranteed thing, something could happen. I would bet my kids' lives that Karen Reed's innocent. Like, because it can't, like, no fucking way. I've never been so sure of anything in my entire life. It's impossible that Karen Reed could have done it. Impossible. With the people who think, and that's the difference between us and them, is like, I can say that and I wouldn't think twice about it. Like, yeah, because she didn't do it. So obviously I'm not really betting anything. Like, nothing's, whereas them, would they actually bet something of value on Karen Reed's guilt? No, they wouldn't. They wouldn't do it. And like, if you're like, it's just scary that we live in a society where people can so cavalierly be like, yeah, fuck it. Yeah, that key cycle thing, I guess that made sense to me. Fucking throw her in jail. Because that's what you're saying. That's what you're saying when you're voting guilty on manslaughter. Throw her in jail. Because I got news for you. Auntie Bev will not show mercy with a guilty conviction. There will be no mercy with the, she will get the maximum. She would get the maximum. There would be no like, oh, you have no prior criminal history. It would be punishment. Auntie Bev would fucking is a cunt, a vengeful cunt, and she hates Karen Reed with a passion. Trust me, she hates what Karen Reed represents, and she hates what Karen Reed has done to her reputation. She despises her for that. She despises the fact that this small case that no one was really paying attention to became a circus because Karen Reed and her defense team was so effective in getting word out to the public through their motions, and they got my attention, and then they started talking to me, and that's when they really had to be punished, is when they started talking to me, because Auntie Bev hates me. She hates me. And because I don't stand up when she walks in the courtroom, right? Like I have no respect for her, none, and I never will. So, you know, Karen Reed's getting the book thrown at her if and it's just like, you know, it's fuck that. Like, how could anybody be like, yeah, throw another human being in jail just because, that thing on key cycles, which I don't really fucking understand. And no one in that room, like, how can other jurors be asked to like even combat this? Because you can't go back and review the testimony. You can't review any of it. I don't know. That's just what I think. Okay, let me go back to reading some turtle chats here. Where'd it go? Pat H sends $5, says, make step stools great again. If you know, you know. I don't know. So thank you very much, Pat. Do we have any more turtle chats here? Definitely have some cash apps. Tow operator Montero sends $5 and goes, tow truck driver never shut the truck off so it wouldn't signal a keystroke. Okay. $10 from Christy says, Brandy Churchwell interviewed a Toyota expert on this. Reach out to her and listen to that podcast. I will. Because this matters. This clearly matters. This is what the jury got hung up on. When I interviewed that juror, he just kept talking about the key cycles. Like they were obsessed with them, the tech stream data. Anyway, Giuseppe the WAP sends $10 and says, key cycle is anytime the key or button turns from off to accessory. Key on engine, off, not running or driving. Ignition cycle is the key or button on engine and running, driving. Anytime there is an ignition cycle, there's a key cycle because it has to pass that. Right, I got that. If you drive, it will record transmissions. Okay, I got that. Thank you very much, Giuseppe the WAP. Larry Bird sends $5 and says, 16 hours charged murder, hadn't seen crime scene. If 1/4 time was spent on Turtle Boy was okay for John O'Keefe, we may have justice, but Proctor, Yuri, Fanning, Tully, Garino refused by the book investigations for John O'Keefe. Why sneak the Sally Port doctored video into the trial? Yeah, that didn't happen on accident. And that's what we'd like to know. And we may be bringing that up in a motion in my case. So just stay tuned with that. That inverted, there's going to be a lot of crossover between the two cases in mine. Be there on September 26th. Kristen sends, no, we already got that one. Okay. Let me read some cash apps here. Let's see. We have, why does this say failed? Why is the cash app not working? Hold on. I'm getting cash apps, but it's saying coming up as failed. Okay. It says failed, but I'll read them anyway. Maybe we'll fix this. Lindsay sends $5 and says, Lizney says, let's review the original 911 call, McTooth and dispatch. We'll definitely do that sometime. Sean sends $20 and says, 10 to 12 p.m. tomorrow in Dedham, Legacy Place. Be there, Turtle. I won't be there because I am going to be at the Patriots game, also on Route 1. But you guys will hold it down, I'm sure. Thank you very much, Sean. What else do we have here? Babs sent $10 and says, fuck the state police. I'm tired of these assholes. Yeah, you and I both. Absolutely. Dylan sends $10. It goes, need a comment on the Newton incident. Dude, yeah, let me talk about that for a minute. Okay. So I was going to write about this. I just didn't have enough time. So you guys, and this is the kind of shit I used to write about all the time. So there's this turtle writer by the name of Scott Hayes. He's been reading Turtle Boy for years. I don't know him personally. Never met him in my life. Don't know much about him other than I think we share the same politics in general. And he's been a turtle writer for years, has sent me story ideas. I think he's from Framingham. Anyway, I saw on the news the other day that there was a shooting at a pro-Israel rally in Newton. And he was the one arrested for it. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I've talked to that guy a million times before. I'm like, he shot someone? Holy fuck. And he was arrested. And I'm like, oh man, it sounds so bad. You know, like that's not good. This guy fucking shot someone. That's not good. And then I watched the tape and I'm like, how the fuck was this guy arrested? Let me play this for you. Have you guys seen this tape? You got to see this tape if you haven't seen it already. So check this out. This is the most cut and dry self-defense I've ever seen, ever. So this gentleman here in a mask, I haven't talked about or read about or really care about the Israel Hamas thing. Okay. I get both sides. I do. I'm not like some Israel stan. I've never have been. I'm an America guy. I like America. And I've always said like Israel, it's just a weird thing. It's a complicated topic, but I'm like, they're kind of like a welfare country for us. Like we give, and understandably so, they're the only democracy in that region, right? They're a Jewish country that was formed because people were fleeing the Holocaust and there was nowhere else for them to go. And so that was their traditional homeland. But the problem was that Muslims lived there. It was called Palestine at the time. And then all these Jewish people moved there to flee the Holocaust. And then they just called it Israel again. And the world recognized it as Israel. And the Palestinian people were like, what the fuck? Except they weren't like, what the fuck? They were like, death to Israel. And ever since then, they've hated us because we recognize the existence of Israel. And, you know, Israel's Jewish. So like there's a lot of anti-Semitism. And so whatever, it's complicated, but we give more money to Israel than like every other country. You don't know that? Like they get more foreign aid than any other country in the world. Okay. And the argument for giving Israel all this money is, well, you know, they're a democracy. They're the only democracy in that region, and they're our biggest ally. So it's okay to give them money. Okay. So I get that argument. I totally get that argument. I'm not like an expert in foreign policy. I don't really care that much, to be perfectly honest with you. But the fact of the matter is they do get a shit ton of fucking money, and it's kind of like a welfare thing, in my opinion. Kind of like, I get it. Like, is it a state? Like, is it a state? Like, cause is it part of the United States? Cause why the fuck are they get so much of our money? Like if they can't survive on their own, then why the fuck are they a country? Like, I'm sorry. I hate to be saying that. Okay. I hate to be saying that, and I'm not anti-Israel or anything like that, but I'm anti like welfare. I'm anti like permanent welfare. And it seems maybe they're an ally. Okay. Well, they're a welfare ally, are they not? This seems to be a one-way street. What do they give us? That's what I'm saying. What's in it for us? Oh, they're an ally. Okay, what fucking good is that? I don't get it. And it's like I feel the same way about Ukraine. It's like, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm so dumb when it comes to politics. Yeah, first of all, Gage, go fuck yourself. Okay, I'm just a regular guy. I'm sorry, not fucking experienced like Gage. I'm not like this expert on fucking foreign affairs. And by the way, there's experts on both sides who are really smart with this shit, who completely fucking disagree. So you have no fucking clue what you're talking about. There's no right or wrong answer to any of this shit. Okay. All I know, and this is a fucking fact, is we give a lot of money to fucking Israel, right? And that's good because they're a democracy and we like them and that's great. Okay. But how is it not a welfare situation? We're just fucking giving them money and in return, we get no money back. Nothing. It's not a fucking investment. It's nothing. We just give them money. Now, so this, I'm not saying fuck Israel. I'm saying fuck welfare. And I'm also saying fuck Palestine too. Like they can go fuck themselves. They're too angry. They're too angry and they're too fucking vile. And they like rape women and hide behind children and shit like that. It's just all fucked up. It's complicated. And just because you're not a fucking expert like fucking Gage here who can go fuck himself. Okay. I don't know. And it's like, yeah, people like the Jews were there before the Muslims, but hear me out on this one. Hear me out on this one. Who was here before white people got to America? Who was here? Indians, right? Native Americans. So by that logic, shouldn't we fucking give them back this fucking country? Isn't that, oh, they were here first, right? Well, the Muslims took it from the Jews. They won. That's how land gets won. Wars happen and one side wins and the Muslims won, right? So they took that shit over as part of the Ottoman Empire. And then Israel, they didn't even have to fight a war to get it back. They just went there and the rest of the world's like, yep, you're Israel now. Okay. So like this, I'm not a fucking expert like Gage, but this is a complicated issue. All I know is I like the Israel people more. That's all I know because the pro-Israel people in this country, I'm talking about in this country. I don't like Ben Shapiro. I don't like any of these people that are like fucking obsessed with Israel, like make Israel their entire existence. Like Israel can do nothing wrong and we need to give Israel money. Not like, I don't like that shit. I don't like that. I think there should be a little bit of like, what are you doing for me, Israel? Kind of coming back and forth either. But in general, I'm on Israel's side in general. Okay. And I just can't stand the pro-Palestine people. They're fucking awful. They're the same people that wear masks everywhere, that shut down society with COVID, that, rioted with BLM. It's the same fucking people. That's all I know. They all look like this, all of them. Therefore, I'm inclined to side with the Israel people simply because I don't want to be on this guy's team. Fuck this guy. I do not want to be on his side on fucking anything at all. Engage can go fuck himself. Okay. So this is what this guy does. Okay. Again, they're having a pro-Israel rally in Newton, which is a large Jewish community. Like a lot of Jewish people live in Newton. And if you drive through Newton, there's a lot of pro-Israel signs in yards. Because it's a weird topic because like liberal Jews are very pro-Israel. But like the pro-Palestine people are all liberals. So it's kind of divided the left. It's divided the left, this issue. It's also divided the right because the Ben Shapiros of the world who are like, Israel can do no wrong. Yay, Israel, have all the money, Israel. And then you have like the Candace Owens of the world who are a little bit anti-Semitic, a little bit. And they're like, kind of like, fuck Israel. The Jews are a problem. Like, it's like a little bit of that going on the right. So it's divided both parties, but either way, you drive through Newton, it's a heavy Jewish community. And so, Sharon's all Jewish. Like the whole fucking town's Jewish. You drive through Sharon, there's synagogues everywhere. I bet you there's a whole bunch of Israel shit in Sharon, I bet. And that's fine. Okay. Yeah. Candace Owens is losing it. I used to like her. She's a little bit fucking crazy, And I agree with that. Ben Shapiro is a fucking tool, is a total tool. All right. Anyway, back to this. So this is what happens to this douchebag. Watch this.
We're sick? I'm not sick. You are defending genocide. Genocide? Yes. But you are so stupid. You're so stupid.
That right there. You see that? He shot him. He shot him right there. Watch this again. This dude over here sees a bunch of peaceful protesters standing there, and he just can't keep fucking walking. Like that's why I can't ever side with these people. They can't shut the fuck up. Okay, you see all these people out there. They're for Israel. You disagree with them. Okay, cool. You think Israel commits genocide. don't agree with that, but I get your point. I know it's a complicated issue. The fuck do you care? You live in Newton. Just keep walking. It's not like you live in Israel. It's not like you live in the Gaza Strip. What the fuck do you care? And this guy's like, oh, he sees these people. He just can't help himself because he's a fucking dickhead. At the end of the day, this guy's just a dickhead. He can't keep walking. It's impossible. He has to, like, this was like the whole, like during COVID, it was like, it wasn't enough for them to stay home. You had to stay home too. You had to do what they want. And he sees these people, and it's not enough for, you know, him to have his opinion, them to have their opinion. They have to agree with him. And he's not going to allow anyone who doesn't agree with him. And he just can't help himself. And instead of just walking, he decides to run across the street. And this is the definition, folks, of fuck around, find out. This is fuck around, find out on steroids.
I'm not sick. You are defending genocide. Genocide? Yes. But you are so.
First of all, this guy looks Jewish too. Like, I hate to say it, but like, go ahead.
Stupid. Over 200,000. You're stupid. You're stupid.
Here they go. Here we go. Here we go. Look at him. Look at him. Look at them. So he fucking tackles him. Dude's got his back turned. So he tackles Scott Hayes. And he brings him to the ground. Okay. And who knows if he has a knife? He's got him in a fucking headlock here. And now just watch it. So Scott Hayes has a fucking gun on him, which is his right. And this is what happens. Right there. Shot him right in the stomach. Right in the stomach.
Yo! Oh my God! Wow! Grab my pistol. Oh my God! Grab my pistol. Oh my God!
So he's been shot. He's still fighting. Right there. That's the other angle. Look at that shit. Right there. See, he's got his gun. Right there. That's wild, bro.
Grab my pistol. Stop! Get off him! Stop! Call the cops.
He gives him aid afterwards, too. The Daily Wire, my old friend Cassie Dillon, who's a very pro-Israel person on social media. Well, she used to work for the Daily. I think she still works for the Daily Wire. Let me see. Let me pull this up. So they did a story on it. And where'd it go? Was this the whole video? Oh, yeah, this is the whole video we just watched. Okay. And then this is the aftermath.
Call 911. Yeah. No! Oh my God. Are you fucking nuts? Stop! Go away.
Stop, go away. No, I just got shot. Oh my God.
Somebody calling 911. He was jumping him. Oh my God.
So he got shot. And he ended up getting arrested. And he was released on $5,000 bail for assault and battery with a bunch. It's crazy shit. It's crazy. And I know Scott. I've never met him. I talked to him today. And I'm like, bro, are you fucking okay? Like, dude, that's fine. He's going to come on here and talk to me eventually. He needs a little time. Okay. But the fact that we live in a state where that you get arrested for shooting someone in that situation, bro, that is the definition of self-defense. Like, he got jumped from behind, his back was turned, and this fucking lunatic ran across the street, jumped him from behind, put him in a fucking headlock, wouldn't let go, and he shot him. You don't even fucking know what this guy's capable of. What if this dude had a knife? He's clearly crazy. Scott Hayes did nothing wrong. That guy deserved to get shot. Like, I would go so far to say it's unfortunate he survives. Okay. Like, because that guy is worthless. That guy is a fucking drain on society, and getting shot is probably the best thing that ever happened to him, because he learned a very valuable lesson is you can't just fucking jump people. So fuck that guy. Free Scott Hayes. He did nothing wrong. Absolutely fucking nothing wrong. And in any other state, you wouldn't even get arrested for that. Like, why was he arrested? Oh, because he had a gun. Good thing he had a fucking gun. Good fucking thing. You know, he could have kept walking. He could have kept walking. He chose to do that. He fucked around and he found out, and that's that. Okay. So anyway, so I'll probably write about that eventually. A couple more here before we get to the other story about the state police. A couple more turtle chats here. Laura sends $5, says Israel gives us top defense methods and security technology and tactics. I don't care about any of that. I don't care. Like, what are you saying? We couldn't survive on it. How the fuck did the United States of America win World War II without shit from Israel then? That's what I want to know. Like, how did we possibly survive Pearl Harbor and then beat the Japanese and the Germans without, what is this? Defense methods and security technology from Israel. They pay for their welfare, quote unquote, with training and technology. Have you ever flown Israeli Airlines? No. I fly Spirit. So there's that. Thank you. Next up. And thank you for the dono, Laura. Adam sends $10 and goes, fuck you, Gage. I'm with you. Seriously, fuck Gage. Shut the fuck up, Gage. $25 from Love is a 4-letter word. Says, please shout out to my homies, Renegotiate and Baraka. Who day? Don't let the small get you down. Thank you, Dr. Turtle Boy. I don't know what any of that means, but you put $25 in the machine, so you get to say what comes out. There you go. Lisa sends $10 and goes, I hope you and Meredith have fun at the game tomorrow. Please ask Chief Rafferty what Kevin Albert's punishment was. You know, her and I were talking about that, and we're like, what are we going to say to her? And we're like, that's got to be the topic. Is like, so what happened with Kevin Albert? What was the punishment? Can you tell us? You know, that's what I'd like to know. Nancy Joe sends $25 and says, I believe jurors were handpicked, rigged, including the foreman. You know, I said no to that for a long time, but I'm beginning to wonder now. I'm beginning to wonder. The corruption runs deep. I definitely think there's something shady about who was eliminated. I know something shady was about that. It's bugged me since Bev picked the foreman. I'm with you, Nancy Joe. Free the Closet Baby has something to say. Let's see what Free Closet Baby has to say. They says, if the jurors place so much importance on the tech data, next time you speak with one, ask them to explain how it all works. Again, I'd like to talk to a guilty juror. I don't think any of them will talk to me though. I've talked to 2 not guilties. Let's just put it that way. Okay. Lizzie Sin, is this one? Sends $25 and says, one thing that's always bothered me was the process of juror elimination. There was no transparency, 0. They had pre-filled the mixing chamber with the juror numbers and chose without showing the court the actual numbers. Exactly. If you ever watch a state lotto drawing, there's a complete transparency. The chamber is clear and the numbers chosen are shown to the public. It's a great point. Great point. Ashley sends $50 and says, so please explain to me how a subpoena would work for witness intimidation if you live in Texas. I know, right? Please show up at my doorstep in Houston, Bukkake, and I fucking dare you. Hashtag Texas Turtle Rider. Don't mess with the Texas Turtle Riders. But that's a good question. I mean, if I lived in another state and I got that, I'd be like, yeah, I'll be right there. I'll be right there. Fuck out of here. Tow operator Montero. I know we already got that one. Okay. Let me read. Do we have any cash apps here? Jess sent one, but I didn't get it. They're coming up as failed. $10 from Camilla says authentic advocacy. Thank you very much, Camilla. So Janine sent $5. I can't read the message. And Jess sent 25. I don't know why Cash App is not letting me. Something's wrong with my Cash App. So stick with the turtle chats for now. If you want your messages read. Again, it's linked to the top. Do it that way. We'll do it. Okay. So let's talk about the next topic of conversation here, and that is what happened with this situation with the Delgado State Police. Okay. So a 25-year-old, I don't want to get this guy's name wrong. I've got to make sure I get this right. Let's just go put it on a video about it. How about that?
Now on CBS News, Boston State Police are honoring the life of a 25-year-old recruit whose body will soon be moved from Worcester to the office of the chief medical examiner in Westfield in a law enforcement procession. Enrique Delgado-Garcia died last night after being knocked unconscious in the boxing ring during a training drill on Thursday. The family of the 25-year-old says it was his dream to become a state trooper. Good evening to you. I'm Ken McLeod. We know tonight that Delgado-Garcia received his oath of office and trooper badge just before his death as he lay in the ICU at UMass Memorial. Our I-team was the first to report this tragedy. WBZ's Paul Burton is live for us in Worcester tonight, where a procession to escort Delgado-Garcia's body to the medical examiner's office set to get underway any minute. Paul?
Yeah, the family of Enrique Delgado-Garcia is completely heartbroken and their hearts are completely shattered. I actually spoke with his sister earlier this afternoon, obviously overwhelmed with grief. We are actually standing by here at UMass Memorial Medical Center, standing by for his body to be transported to the medical examiner's office in Westfield. Sources tell the WBZ I-team that 25-year-old Massachusetts State Police recruit Enrique Delgado-Garcia from Worcester died after suffering critical injuries during a boxing training exercise at the Academy in New Braintree just weeks before graduation. Governor Maura Healey released a statement.
Boxing training exercises? Boxing did they fight bare knuckle? How do you die from boxing training exercises? Surprised they're not blaming it on Karen Reed's Lexus.
And saying, I'm heartbroken about the loss of Massachusetts State Police trainee Enrique Delgado-Garcia, who has committed himself to a career protecting the people of Massachusetts. He was a beloved member of his academy class, known for his compassion and devotion to service. This is a devastating time for all who knew and loved him. And we're holding Enrique's family and his state police community in our hearts.
Injuries of this nature,
Oh, it's the guy from Young Jerks.
but they're very, very rare.
Todd McGee worked as the defense tactics coordinator at the Academy for a decade. He said the goal is to teach recruits how to handle violent and unpredictable situations they will most likely encounter on the job.
You are in an environment where it's a boxing contest, and at that time, you're defending yourself as well as you're being offensively minded. So,
wait a minute. So is this mandatory? Every state police trooper goes through a boxing class? I don't know. I'm not police. Do they routinely get in boxing situations? This is something they need to train for, is boxing? Really? Seriously? And how good can you possibly get at boxing from going through the academy? Like, becoming a trained boxer takes years of training. What the fuck? How the fuck are you going to learn to box? I don't know. That seems like a waste of time. But yeah, he had a broken neck, dude.
Instruction certainly shouldn't be to go and knock your fellow trainees' head off their shoulders. That's not the objective.
Is that what happened?
Police website. Recruits in training attend a 25-week modified stress live-in academy with 90 different courses of instruction.
The fact that they're in week 20 or so wouldn't make sense where this particular exercise is put into place.
McGee also says he put hundreds of state police troops through the boxing program and wrote policies and put protocols.
But we're going to talk about the stupid state police academy and how gay it is. Like, just look at this shit. I have some pictures I want to show you too.
In place to make sure the training is safe.
16-ounce gloves, headgear, some type of groin protection, someone monitoring, making sure that the combatants are that they are engaged in something that is controlled, that they're not losing their temper.
McGee believes changes could be coming to the academy.
I think initially you'll probably see the boxing program be suspended or completely done away with.
Is that what they're blaming it on? The boxing?
Delgado-Garcia was sworn in as a trooper. Before he died, he will receive full state police honors. Again, we are standing by here in Worcester at UMass Memorial Medical Center, where his body will be transported to Westfield to the medical examiner's office. Live in Worcester, I'm Paul Burton, WBZ News.
This makes no sense.
And our chopper will continue to follow the motorcade for Enrique Delgado-Garcia. Hasn't started yet, but you can see some police beginning.
Okay, that makes no sense. I saw another. How about this one? This was heartbreaking.
It's just not right, and I personally don't really buy this boxing story.
And First at 11 family and friends absolutely heartbroken and looking for answers after their loved one who was a recruit.
That's right.
State police died from injuries he sustained during an exercise at the academy. That recruit you see right there, just 25 years old. Thanks for joining us tonight, everyone. I'm Colton Bradford. Glenn and Priscilla have the night off. Only NBC Tim Boston's Jericho Tran spoke with Enrique Delgado-Garcia's family moments after his death. She's live for us tonight from State Police Headquarters in Framingham. Jericho, the agency, they released a statement about an hour or so ago about the incident. What are they saying here?
Well, Massachusetts State Police released that statement confirming that Enrique Delgado-Garcia experienced a medical crisis during a training exercise. But I spoke with Delgado's family, and they say a training exercise does not explain how he had a broken neck, missing teeth, and brain injuries.
A broken neck. How do you break your neck in a fight? Missing teeth, brain injuries. Dude, I don't know what happened here, but this don't make no sense. This makes no sense at all. So again, there must be a supervisor, right? And he's like, okay, you fight, these two fight. And this doesn't happen from one punch. This sounds like he is severely beaten, broken neck, and multiple teeth missing. So who did this? This is not, dude, come on. Let's start putting our thinking caps on here. How does this happen? Why are they not saying what happened? How have they not immediately announced that the person who was supervising this is suspended? Like, pending an investigation because, someone died on his watch, right? How about, like, who is the other cadet that did this to him? Like, this doesn't sound like this isn't like part of this sounds intentional and vicious. Was there more than one? Who did this? What was happening here?
The cries of a grieving mother. My son was so good. I just want to understand why they took my son. Mixed with anger and disbelief.
They killed my cousin. And they run away like cowards.
They run away?
25-year-old Enrique Delgado-Garcia.
He's the best of all of us. All he did was study and run. That's all he ever did.
Massachusetts State Police say Delgado suffered from serious injuries during an exercise at the New Braintree, Massachusetts State Police Academy on Thursday.
Teeth missing, brain injury, that didn't come from boxing, especially a round of 2 minutes.
We spoke with former state trooper
Right,
McGee,
right.
who reinstituted the exercise at the academy consisting of 2 rounds of boxing where trained fighters were not allowed
Like this ever happen again.
But Delgado's family and friends
They're trying to cover it up.
say his injuries are not consistent with what he would have sustained during a defensive tactics training exercise. Why did he get hit so hard that it destroyed his brain and broke all of my son's teeth? He also had a fracture on his neck, my son. Now they're calling for accountability
They need to thoroughly investigate this, and that justice needs to be brought.
and answers from the Massachusetts State Police.
No settlement is gonna freaking bring my cousin back. It's that simple. They know what happened.
And while the family continues to search for answers, the Massachusetts State Police says they'll continue to support the family as much as they can. Delgado was training for 3 months. He was set to graduate in 2 weeks. The Worcester County DA is also investigating.
You guys couldn't hear that? Like, people in the comments, you guys couldn't hear that? Is that right? Hold on. Could you guys yeah, like all these fucking dirt bikes. What the like who are I fucking hate people like that. This is Michelle Wu. This is what she did to this fucking city. And she made like, oh, you can't put a stop to that shit you're hearing outside because that's racist. You can't do that. This is part of the culture. You're just supposed to, you have to fucking deal with it. Like, that's what it is. You couldn't hear it? Okay, so I got to replay that because of these fucking douchebags. Hold on.
You hope not to see something like this ever happen again.
But Delgado's family and friends,
they're trying to cover it up,
say his injuries are not consistent with what he would have sustained during a defensive tactics training exercise. Why did he get hit so hard that it destroyed his brain and broke all of my son's teeth? He also had a fracture on his neck, my son. Now they're calling for accountability
They need to thoroughly investigate this, and that justice needs to be brought.
and answers from the Massachusetts State Police.
No settlement is gonna freaking bring my cousin back. It's that simple. They know what happened.
And while the family continues to search for answers, the Massachusetts State Police says they'll continue to support the family as much as they can. Delgado was training for 3 months. He was set to graduate in 2 weeks. The Worcester County DA is also investigating this. They say that Delgado was a former employee. In Framingham, Jericho Tran, NBC 10 Boston.
All right, hopefully it's a little better now. All right, cool. Sorry about that. I guess the volume was kind of low. All right, so that's shady as fuck. I mean, I have no idea what's going on. I'm not going to pretend and say that he was murdered or anything. Like, I don't know what happened, but this don't make any sense. This guy, like, how do you just die like that? And all this bullshit with like, oh, the state police they're making him an honorary trooper now. Fuck that shit. If I were his family, I'd say, get the fuck out of here. I don't want this worthless badge. The state police is a criminal organization. That's what they are. They cover for criminals. the fact that Brian Tully and Michael Proctor and John Fanning and Bukkake, who are criminals, who don't even attempt to hide it, are down there and doing what they're doing is just, and that no one stops them at all. Like nobody, there's no oversight from the top. It's not just a few bad cops. It's an institutional rot. And how many scandals, like it just needs to be torn down and rebuilt from scratch, period. It cannot get fixed. It's unfixable. You just have to destroy it and rebuild it from scratch, period. And so I was sent this a while ago. Some guy last September sent me picture of Michael Proctor's graduating class. Okay. And I went through it. He graduated, I think, in like 2013 or 14 from this academy. And I know people who've gone through the academy, and it's fucking hard. Like more than 50% of people drop out that get in after background checks, unless you were a drug dealer like Leah Genduso was. And then somehow you get by the background check and you get to go through the academy somehow. All right. And anyway, I got sent, and I've heard that this is like this academy. I mean, it's hard. You got to sleep there. It's like a military shit. And they just yell at you all the time. And it's just fucking stupid. It's just stupid. There's no other way to describe it. It's like, bro, they really think they're like military. Like you're not military. You're fucking cops. You're cops with cool cowboy hats, I guess. But other than that, you're just fucking cops. Okay. You write tickets on the highway and shit. Stop it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Other important, I'm not minimizing the work the police do. Don't get me wrong. But they treat it like it's the fucking army. And it's not the army. It's not. It's policing. It's not the same thing. All right. And so anyway, I got sent this link back last September of the pictures of all of the classes, right? And they got sent the link to the pictures of Michael Proctor's class, right? And I go back to click on it today. In light of what happened, it's gone. It's just gone. Like the link was, let me see if I got it right here. Let me see. So I'll show you. This is the link. This is the link I was sent. And this is what comes up now. I don't know what this means. It just says your connection is not private. Attackers might be trying to steal your information from www.massstatepolicephotos.com/academy. Okay. And that's it. So I just can't see it. I don't know what this means, but this used to bring me to pictures of the academy. I don't know if it's a coincidence. Should I click on advanced? I clicked on advanced. Watch what happens when I click on advanced. Okay. I click on advanced. And it says this server could not prove that it was www.massstatepolicephotos.com. Its security certificate is not trusted by your computer operating system. This may be caused by a misconfiguration or an attacker intercepting your connection. Proceed to massstatepolicephotos.com. Unsafe. Okay, let's click on it. Who cares? Unsafe. And then it brings me right back to this. So I don't know what to do. I hit the link. You guys saw me do that. I hit proceed. I did hit proceed. Did I not? I'll do it again. Hold on. And I went on my phone and I went on my phone and got the same shit. Let me just post the link in the comments. See if you guys can see him. Let me see. Can you guys, if I click on this, can you guys see that? Let me see. Incognito browser. Let me go on. I'm going to go on Safari. Let's see if that works. I'll show you what happens on Safari. Where'd it go? It's like, proceed, Boomer. Yeah, motherfucker. I did hit proceed, motherfucker. It just brings me in a circle, you dumb fuck. So it works for you guys. Just send us a link and we'll all try. I did post a link. There's the link. See if that works. Close. This connection is not private. This website may be impersonating to steal your. You should close this page. I see close page and show details. But oh, I'm a boomer. Oh, I'm a fucking boomer. Oh yeah, he's a fucking boomer. He can't figure shit out. Or I know what the fuck I'm doing and it just doesn't fuck. Or how about this one? How about we do this one? Oh, clear your cache. Oh yeah, get right on that. Okay. How about this? Yeah, this one says potential security risk ahead. Firefox detected a potential security threat and did not continue to this. To visit this site, attackers could steal your information. Okay. Go back, recommended, or advanced. Okay, I want advanced. Accept the risk and continue. And it sends me in a circle. Oh, but I'm a boomer. Oh, you roasted me. I'm such a fucking boomer. I can't figure shit out. You're so much smarter than me, Mr. fucking commenter guy. Oh, yeah, I'm such a fucking boomer. I do exactly what you tell me to, and it brings me in a fucking circle. Shut the fuck up, boomer. You're watching my show. I'm not watching yours. So how about shut the fuck up? Anyway, so can anybody get it? Can anybody? I don't know. It's like, or perhaps something's nefarious is going on. I'm just saying. Somebody said they just sent me it on my email. I don't see anything there. I don't see anything. Do I have my spam? Nope. All right. All right. So anyway, back to this commenter guy. Yeah. Boomers are people too. Anyway, I know I'm not like the most advanced person in the world, but I have built a career on the internet. So like maybe chill out with the boomer shit. Doesn't really work out. Oh, and let's check out the cousins. This is the cousins Twitter. Okay. So he's saying here, we demand all this be clarified, and as a family, we demand justice. Enrique was an extraordinary, exemplary young man for our family, which is good, and I'd love to have this guy on and talk to him, except he tagged Coffindaffer in it. And this is what she initially said. This is what this fucking moron said. Oh my God, she's stupid. She wasn't done embarrassing herself after getting spanked by Yannetti yesterday. It says, training is typically difficult at federal and state police training academies. Did Enrique Delgado-Garcia have an underlying condition not detected in his physical? Immediately, what is she doing? She is immediately making excuses for the state police. No, they couldn't have done anything wrong. It's Enrique Delgado's fault for having an underlying condition. She knows nothing about him, and she's immediately just covering for the state police. She is a bootlicker. She is a bootlicker. Goes on to say, do they teach carotid hold and it was held too long? Was he practicing why was he practicing taking a non-compliant person into custody, and during the struggle he was mortally injured? That's what happened. I don't know, but there's often blood, bruises, concussions, unconsciousness, and sometimes broken ribs and limbs that have resulted during new agent training classes. You have to prepare for battle against people who want to kill you, but no one should die in training. Okay. And then she just gets roasted. Are you serious? He had severe brain trauma, broken teeth, broken neck, and multiple contusions. In your professional experience, do these injuries even seem slightly possible to be the result of a boxing training accident? And she says, I do see these are the reflections from the family. I am sure they're very distraught. So basically the family's wrong. I hope the guy who tagged them, the family that tagged her and takes this back now. She is shitting on your family, my dude. She's saying basically, oh, they're just angry. They'll calm down soon. They're very distraught. Oh, yeah. Okay. The article I read did not mention any of these findings. Oh, maybe you should read another one, stupid. Waiting for autopsy results. Oh, yeah, totally. So how do you know it was a medical problem if you're waiting autopsy results? I don't. I offered 3 possibilities based on my experience. Well, you also thought John O'Keefe got hit by a car. Like, you fucking idiot. You absolute idiot. I can't believe anyone is this stupid as her. Like, she can't. Again, I said it on Turtle Club last night. I'll say it again today. Does Jen Coffindaffer have any kids that can have an intervention with her? Like, Mom, you have to get off the internet. Like, if one of my parents acted this way on social media and just every day got ratioed, like, it's such a boomer move to get ratioed and not realize how embarrassing that is, right? Like, if you look at your tweets, you should have 10 times the amount of likes as you do replies. If you have more replies than you do likes, which happens frequently with Jennifer Coffindaffer, that is a sign that people, instead of hitting the like button, which is a lot easier, they're just like so inclined to be like, oh my God, you're such a fucking idiot. And that's why there's so many replies. And normal people, when they get ratioed, like I've been ratioed before, it's happened a couple times. And I always take stock and I'm like, wow, I guess people feel differently. I might be wrong about that one. Because wow, if everybody else feels this way, and I'm one of the only ones who doesn't feel this way, maybe, just maybe, all these other people are onto something. Maybe. But that's not how people like Coffindaffer look at it, because they are narcissists. They look at this like they're all wrong. No, they're all in a cult. They're all in a cult. It's just so easy. They're in a cult. All these people, they don't know what I'm right and they're all wrong on everything. Every fucking tweet she gets ratioed on, literally all of them. And this is when someone younger in the family should pull Mom aside and say, Mom, you gotta stop. We share the same last name. It's not a very common last name. And you know, I go places now and people see Coffindaffer and it's really embarrassing. It's really embarrassing. Like that whole trespassing incident that she did at 34 Fairview, she thought that was fine. Like she was not embarrassed by that at all. Like that should have been the most humiliating thing that ever happened. Like that was so embarrassing. And she just is like, yeah, that's normal. She ran away with the Pink Panther music. Like that was hilarious. She would be perfect. Like exactly, Claire. She would be perfect in some third world dictatorship like North Korea or some shit like that, where you just don't have rights and the police are right about everything and the state is right about everything. She would fit in well there. So again, I hope this family does not associate with this individual. So what else is he saying? Does he have any more tweets, the cousin? No one can. Yeah. My dear cousin, we demand justice. That's good. Does he have any replies? Again, if anybody knows him, I'd love to have him on my show to talk about this, because I'm with him. Something doesn't smell right at all about this. This dude apparently wanted to join the state police and become one of the good ones. And for that, they killed him. So that's sad. That's really sad. Okay. Again, I don't know what happened. I'm not going to be an expert, but it makes no sense unless I'm missing something here. It makes very little sense to have that. You know, I got to figure out what the glare and the young jerks do. I need a call in. Now would be a good time for people to call in and share their thoughts about what they think happened. I don't know how to do that. But let me just do some turtle chats instead here. Let me see if we got any here. Okay. Marisa sends $10 and goes, my daughter Gracie is looking forward to going for a nice meal of food at D&E. I mean McCarthy's, this week sometimes, proudly wearing her Turtle Boy signed Haas Long to Die in Cold shirt. Her choice, the neighbors better not give our kid any trouble. Not that we are worried as parents. Those fools would be intimidated by her for sure. She's scary. It wouldn't surprise me for a second if they start shit with a 5-year-old or however old your daughter is. So God bless you, Marisa. Thank you. Larry sends $5, says, Do Koo Kim didn't have anything close to that trooper's injuries and died in a ring. Yeah. It doesn't seem right. Maureen sends $10 and says, if you read the Bible, God said concerning Israel, quote, I will bless those who bless Israel, and I will curse those who curse her. Start at the beginning of the Bible. That will explain who really belongs there. It's good to be an ally. Well, Maureen, I just want to start off by saying thank you for the $10. I appreciate that. But with that being said, that is the least convincing argument I've ever heard. Like if your whole argument about any topic is read the Bible, you have a really weak argument because not everyone subscribes to the Bible, and it was written a long time ago. And I really don't give a shit what it says in the Bible. I don't care. I don't do what the Bible tells me. Like there's a whole lot of countries that have does the Bible talk about the Democratic Republic of the Congo? No, because it didn't fucking exist back then. Like new countries are created all the time and shit. So to me, not a very convincing argument, but I do appreciate the $10. Thank you. Oh, I got to see this. Oh my God. Someone just sent me a Coffindaffer. Oh my God. A video. I got to watch this. I got it. Oh God. Oh God. Oh my God. You got to see the thumbnail.
Parking garages. Those areas can be dangerous for both you and your vehicles. You want to really be aware of your surroundings at all times, especially today. But we might need more precautions. Marky Martin is joining us right now to demonstrate how you can avoid being a target. Good morning, Marky.
Hey, Adrienne. Yeah, this is all part of our holiday crime prevention week, and I want to introduce our special guest this morning. This is the brilliant Jennifer Coffindaffer, former special agent with the FBI. Thank you so much for waking up with us this morning.
Wait.
Absolutely. Tell me, you have taught me so much in the last 24 hours.
Wait, is this woman like super tall, or is she a midget?
Our parking lots are actually one of the. Okay.
What the fuck was that?
This is how quickly it can happen. Jennifer, this is our producer.
Oh, what?
It's all good. This is Rich. Jennifer, take us through. You know better than anybody. This can
What
happen
was
in the
that?
blink of an eye.
Yes.
Oh my God.
He went down.
Dude, I'm over here and I thought, what the heck just
Are
happened?
considered about the third most dangerous area that you can get attacked in. You're so susceptible. They're dark. There are places people can hide behind. I didn't even hear Rich come up behind me. And what you have to do is
I didn't
be
even
ready to-
like. She's such a liar. I didn't hear Rich come behind me. You were prepared to tackle him. What are you talking about? See, she wants to so bad be like this is what diversity, like this is why diversity is not the best thing in the world. Like it's not, I'm not saying it's bad, but it's not necessarily good because she's the result of diversity. Like we want women to be in the FBI and this is what you fucking get is this fucking idiot and be like, oh, I'm just like the guys. I tackle you and I'm the wrong girl to mess with. Girl power. Yeah, you tackle me. I'm not like the other girls. I don't play with dolls and do my hair. I will beat you up, mister. So don't even come after me. Girl power. But she clearly knew he was coming, right?
to attack. Be ready to go on the offense. Many people, when they have a ligature that is often used around their neck, they grab like this, trying to.
Yeah, can you put that show?
Yeah.
You said.
Wait. Oh, wait, hold on.
Taught me so much in the last 24 hours. Parking lots are actually
Like,
one of the.
oh yeah. So this guy. She just knew, she didn't know it was Scott. She didn't know it was Scott. She had no fucking clue. Oh, and she just overpowered him. First of all, Scott in real life, like, let's be very clear. If Scott was actually mugging her, that bitch would be dead by now. She is not surviving. Like, I'm like, come on, Kofi. Come on. Nobody's buying this. Nobody's buying this shit. Like, you would get killed in 5 fucking seconds. Every time she went, like, stop it. Stop it. Like, every time I don't even know what she did with the FBI, but I would imagine that she was just a liability at all times. And if other FBI agents were like with her and they're going to do a bust or something, they're like, just stay out of the way, sweetheart. And you could take a picture afterwards. You could take a picture with us afterwards.
Oh.
Did she punch him in the dick? What was that?
This is how
Wait, did she punch him in the dick? Look at that. She's grabbing his cock. Look at her. She's grabbing his cock. She's giving him a handy. Look at that. Coffindaffer. Look at her. Again, watch her. She goes for the cock.
Oh.
Look at her. What the fuck? She goes right for the... Oh, wait. Oh, wait, again.
Okay. Y'all, this is how quickly it can happen. Jennifer, this is our producer, Rich. Adrian, it's all good. This is Rich.
Yes,
Jennifer, take us
that
through.
is bad. That's real bad,
You know
Scott.
better than anybody. This can happen in the blink of an eye.
Yes.
Oh my God. He went down.
Dude, I'm over here and I thought, what the heck
parking
just
lots are
happened?
considered about the 3rd most dangerous area that you can get attacked in. You're so susceptible. They're dark. There are places people can hide behind. I didn't even hear Rich come up behind me. And what you have to do is be ready to attack, be ready to go on the offense. Many people, when they have a ligature that is often used around their neck, they grab like this, trying to.
Yeah, can you put that show? Yeah. You told me yesterday in the movies and TV, she taught me this. You see a lot of people grab. That's not the right move.
Worst thing you can do, because you're just going to strangle. Nevertheless, with your fingertips right here on your carotid artery.
What
you want to do is immediately turn.
What if they don't let you turn?
Keep the predator close to you.
Oh, this guy is definitely getting a hard on. This guy's fucking loving it. She is. Oh my God.
So that they have no way to strike you. Use this awkwardness to get them off balance and then strike.
In the dick.
Right in the groin area. Awkwardness to get them off balance and then.
This is great. How have I never seen this before? This is just, we need some clips of this, some screenshots. We need some screenshots of this.
Strike.
Right in the
groin area.
And, we were talking about, you're getting a round of applause from studio. She can't hear you, Adrian, but everybody is applauding. And I just lost audio too, but I'll keep on talking, guys. And tell me, you said in TV and movies, you see that's not the right move. But in TV and movies, we see people punch the groin. That's not a cliche. That's your best chance of escape.
That's the best chance. That's your only opportunity to really incapacitate. So then you can leave. You're not looking for a fight. You're looking to get out of a vulnerable situation and be able to run and flee and be free.
And you were brutally attacked in college. So you know that this can happen so quickly. Why is it parking lots and parking garages specifically?
Well, look at all the areas people can hide behind. And also, people are very...
Why does she talk like this? Like, why does she talk like a kindergarten teacher? Because she's retarded, huh?
Distracted. You're headed to your car. You have your car keys. In an airport, you have luggage. If you're shopping, you have your bags. So you're completely distracted. Your hands are usually occupied. People these days, unfortunately, are always on their cellular phones and not paying attention.
Right.
So you open yourself up to vulnerability.
Yeah. And one of my last questions for you, what's the biggest mistake that you see people make when they enter parking lots? It's that time of year, holiday. We're either flying, we're shopping. All of us are entering parking lots right now.
It's a good question, Kelly.
What's the biggest mistake you see folks make?
Biggest mistake is just being distracted, not keeping their eye on their surroundings, not being aware of a possible situation where...
Not keeping an eye on her surroundings. You had your back turned and you got jumped. What are you talking about? Aware. Like, this is just... I hate to say it, ladies. Some guy comes up to you behind you like that and starts choking you. Like, you're toast. You're fucking done. You're done. That's not going to work. That is not going to work. Stop it. Stop it. Cellular phone. Yeah, who calls it cellular phones? Okay.
Where somebody could attack them. You need to keep your head, I don't want to say on a swivel. We're not talking about being paranoid. We're talking about being aware. So keep in mind your surroundings. That's the number one thing. The other thing is, if you are by yourself, I strongly recommend you spend the $9 at Ace and get a little pepper spray. Keep it on your key ring. Have it at the ready.
She really is.
Practice with it prior to that. So you know, is it a twist?
She really is like a expert in everything. Like she loves the sound of her own voice. There's no other way to describe it. She knows very little about everything. Like she knows nothing like at all about anything at all, but she pretends to be an expert about everything. It's just remarkable. At the end of the day, the only thing she loves is the sound of her own voice. She fucking loves it. And she thinks when she talks in a condescending voice like this, and ends every tweet with Karen Reed is charged in the death of John O'Keefe, then it sounds real official. It sounds like that because she was in the FBI. Allegedly, she worked in agriculture and therefore she became an expert on fucking everything. Everything.
Is it a flip top? How can you utilize that and deploy it?
That is a
And
turtle
have it on the
necklace.
ready. So forget the cellular in your hand.
The cellular.
Have that pepper spray in your hand.
Yeah, you said forget the cell phone, take the earbuds out, stop listening to music, have all of your senses at the ready. Y'all, she's small, but she's mighty. She packs a punch, and
She
I
is
ain't
mighty,
messing
yes.
with her. Hey, coming up, Adrian, in the 8 o'clock hour, we're actually going to do a walk and talk. You're going to tell us where to park, where not to park, all the do's and don'ts of parking garage safety. Thank you so much.
Thank
and
you.
Adrian, we'll see you here in a bit.
I'm telling you, that was my favorite moment of the week. And I didn't know what was
Oh my gosh, look at her face. Look at that face. She loves being on TV, doesn't she? She just loves it. She loves it. Okay. Oh, and I meant to show you these too. So I screenshotted pictures from Proctor's Academy when I went in there. And again, this is an interest. If you guys don't know the Leah Genduso story, not the more recent one, the old one, like from 2018, the history with this. So this is one of the bigger stories I did. I got tipped off that this trooper by the name of Leah Genduso, who was dating a lieutenant colonel by the name of Dan Ristine, who was involved in several scandals, including the Ali Bebo scandal, which I was the first to report, as well as the Tim Murray crash scandal when Tim Murray was the lieutenant governor. And I like Tim Murray as a person. Tim Murray came to my mother's funeral. He was always nice to me. He's a former mayor of Worcester. I always like him. But that crash was shady in 2011. He got in a car crash at 5 a.m. on 190, going like 100 miles an hour. And a lot of people think it was a suicide attempt. Something shady was fucking going on there. And the state police kind of covered it up. And what's his name? Dan Ristine was involved in that. And Leah Genduso was dating Dan Ristine. And it turned out that she used to be a drug dealer. She sold a bunch of drugs. Okay. She sold a bunch of drugs and she laundered like $350,000 worth of drug money and, still got hired to be by the state police and was promoted and was kind of like promoted like in the same way Coffindaffer was, as like girl power. Like she was somehow the state police, who would do rigorous background checks, allowed her to get on. And she sold, like she admitted she was the U.S. attorney's office busted her boyfriend selling like it was pot, but it was a drug back then. Like in 2005, also, millions of dollars worth of pot basically. And she, in order to save herself from 2 years in jail, she had to turn on him. And so she ratted on him and she admitted that she laundered all this money to this shady lawyer named Gary Zarola, who was just convicted of rape and sentenced to like 5 years in jail. He's been accused of by like 4 or 5 people of rape. Like it's fucking crazy. It's crazy. And I did do Scott, I did a whole thing on that one. I did a whole blog about it like back in like 2018. And it actually, funny story, I wrote about the Tim Murray crash in 2018 and Ristine's involvement in it. And then that, and I pointed out how Ristine had a girlfriend on the state police named Leah Genduso. And then Leah Genduso messages me and she says, just to let you know, like, she goes, you need to get your facts straight. That's what she told me. This was in January of 2018. She sends me this message saying, you need to get your facts straight. Well, after I wrote about her or mentioned her in the article, all of a sudden I get contacted by somebody else. And it's like, you need to know more about Leah Genduso. She was a drug dealer. Here is her testimony. And they sent me a transcript of it. I'm like reading it all. I'm like, holy shit, this person's a state trooper. She testified to this in 2007, became a dispatcher in 2010, and then became a trooper in 2013 after she started fucking Colonel Ristine. All right. And so that was quite the story that I had there. And now, actually, speaking of the devil, she's going to be in the documents. She's now working with, she's one of the, Genduso, I can confirm, is one of the people working with Tully and Mello to get me charged with witness intimidation. Long fucking story. It's all going to come out. We got the cell phone extraction. We'll just leave it at that. Anyway, she was in Proctor's class. So I got sent the link to Proctor's graduating class. And I go through it. I'm like, what? These two scumbags were in the same class together. So I did download a bunch of pictures at the time. And since the website isn't working, I could show you the pictures. Right. So, yeah, that's her, G.I. Jane. Okay. Let's see, where did it start? And this is the shit where it's just like, this is the kind of shit that the state police value is like, I can stand with my lunch and stare ahead. I have no personality whatsoever. Yes, follow commands, sir. Do what the bosses tell you to do. Don't ever question authority. Don't ask why we're doing this, ever. I will never, ever question anything. I will always do what I'm told, and I will never deviate from the standard line that my bosses tell me that everything is fine. This is the culture that the state police made, and this is why no state troopers say shit. This is why Trooper Paul goes along with this shit, and Nick Garino goes along with this shit. Okay, because they don't know the McAlberts, so why the fuck are they covering for them? Because they have just been taught since day one in the academy, don't ever question authority, ever. Just blindly do whatever your bosses tell you to do. That is the culture that exists. Like, this is fucking stupid. Just sit down and eat your fucking lunch. You know why you should eat your lunch? Because you're fucking hungry. That's what normal people do. Okay. You should go to the academy. You should learn how to arrest someone, and how to do this, and how to write a report, and how to do this, and blah, 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 blah. You don't need to fucking stand there with your fucking lunch. And be like, are you hungry? Yes, sir. I'm hungry, sir. I would like to eat this delicious food right now, sir. Like, what the fuck? What are they doing? This is the problem. This is the problem. Okay. And yeah, they did, yikes. There's Proctor. There he is, joining the ranks. Where is he? I went all through them. Like, holy shit. There he is again. Again, they're all coneheads. All of them. They just like uniformity. This is what they like. Look at all that diversity, huh? Isn't that nice? Again, I mean, just everything. There he is. Buck. Hey, there's Proctor again. Yeah. What else do we have here? And this guy just yelling at him. Like, what the fuck does this do? And who does this guy think he is who's yelling? Like, does this guy go home at night and it's like, I made a difference today. What'd you do, honey? Oh, you fucking yelled at people and shit. Felt cool. It's like I'm back in the fraternity. Like, I thought this shit was fun when I was 21. And you're hazing fucking freshmen who want to be in your fraternity. But like, this is like, yeah, I yell at people all day. I'm a real man. Yeah. I train people to be fucking machines and never think and never have a personality. Yeah. They try to break you. So what the fuck does that do? What if you're getting rid of good police, right? What if you're getting rid of good police? What if there's some person in this class who is really talented, really smart, and thinks outside the box and would be really good at solving crimes? What if that person exists in that class and they quit because they're trying to break you mentally? What the fuck is the point of that? Like, what is the point of that? What does this accomplish? Oh, and then here's this. Sir, and they have to read this out loud. It says, sir, discipline is the instant willingness to obey orders, respect for authority, and self-reliance, sir. If that is not exactly what the state police are all about, I don't know what is, right? Discipline is instant willingness to obey orders, aka don't ever question anything. If Michael Proctor says he did something, we are going to fucking back him up, period. Don't you ever question anything. Don't you ever question authority. Ever. Respect for authority. Don't you ever question Brian Tully or John Fanning. Don't you ever do that. Respect authority. Do not report people. Respect them. We are a team. And then shit like this. I looked at this. Like there's so many pictures like this on their thing. Look at that bitch. And I looked this woman's name up, Boudreaux. She must have dropped out. She never became a state cop. Because good thing, because they yelled at her. They just kept yelling at her. And look at this fucking butch lesbian. Look at this fucking chick right here. Like, look, she can't wait. Oh, I'm gonna yell at that girl. Went to the prom and I didn't, so I'm gonna yell at her now. And I feel good about myself. Yeah, fuck you, recruit. Better quit. This is what goes. Like, this is the culture that exists in this stupid fucking academy that does nothing. Like, look at this. Oh, this guy's a real man. This guy goes to work every day and just yells at people who can't yell back at him and tell him to fuck off. He's a real man. He's a real man. Not like this. He's going to break you. And these are the kind of people they got left in the state police. He's going to break you. Fucking stupid. Absolutely stupid. I'd be one day in the academy like, bro, you're a fucking tool. Get the fuck out of my face. You want to kick me out? Go ahead. Your breath fucking stinks, motherfucker. Oi. And look at it. Here's my water. I would like to drink it, sir. Then shut up and drink it. Oh, more yelling. Oh, yeah, he's breaking them. This is really important. We can't have police who don't get yelled at. Oh, no. How will we ever police ourselves? More water pictures, sir. This poor fucking girl. This poor girl. No wonder she didn't make it. They were just picking on her. This is 2013, I want to say. Or 2013, 2014. She's like, fuck this job. I'm going to go back to freaking, I'm just going to go be a CEO or something. I don't know. This ain't worth it. Like, people like Proctor get by. Like, the fact of the matter is that this academy, it's supposed to weed out the bad ones, right? Well, Proctor didn't get weeded out. Tully, Garino, Bukkake, they didn't get weeded out. Maybe some good people did. And, they didn't die, but this other guy, Enrique, did. He seemed like a nice guy, but he's dead. Oh, here's some food. Yeah, more food. Okay, G.I. Jane. And then they hold this up like it's fucking Auschwitz. Like, what the fuck is this shit? What is this Auschwitz bullshit they've got going on here? What is going on? Cats. Dumont. What is this shit? Oh, Proctor. There he is. There he is. Okay. All right. So anyway, that's my thoughts on that. Let me read a couple more turtle chats here. I really upset the Israel people tonight, huh? Well, get used to it. Melissa sends $10 and goes, for my friend Marissa, thanks for the bagel. Oh, there you go, Marissa. Karen F sends $10 and goes, so proud to share the same zip code. Oh, we have the same zip code? Nice. Keep up the amazing work. Still waiting to bump into for a fist bump. I met a bunch of nice people today. I met some people at Rose Alliance today. I met some people at a soccer game today, kids soccer game, football game. Meet people everywhere. So nice. Everybody's so nice. Okay. All right. So I don't know what's up with the Cash App, but yeah. Anyway. So not sure what's going on with that. All right. Anybody have any more questions or anything before we call it a night? I don't have that. I was going to go over some Trooper Paul testimony, but it was kind of covered in the key cycle stuff. I do get the key cycle stuff now a little bit more. I just don't understand if Alan Jackson proved them wrong. Like, how did these people think that the key cycle happened? I don't know. And there's no guarantee that the next jury is going to get hung up on the key cycle either. Every jury's different, you know? I don't know what the solution is. She did there. She did there. She doesn't look like it anymore. I'll give her that. I skipped out of the Key Cycle Classic. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I did notice one common denominator looking at those pictures. That's true. I did notice that. Not a lot of diversity in those pictures. Just saying. That's a good way of putting it, David. The system produced the current state police. It's clearly part of the problem. I agree with that. It's a good way to sum it up. All right, guys. Anybody else have anything else before we call it a night? What happened to your closing? Oh, you know, I worked on it and then I just got bored. After a while, I gave up. So I got like 20 minutes in. It takes a long time. I just moved on to other shit. I never finished it. So sorry. I'll do it. Maybe we'll do it another time. I'm pretty busy these days. Pretty busy, you know? Okay. Who won Ratchet? Oh, fucking Ratchet Madness. We have to finish that. I'm so sorry. My next court date is September 26th, and I'd love to have people there. Love to have it. Love to have the same energy that people had for because it's going to be a good one, man. It's going to be a good one. And Bettero is going to be there for the first time. Things are about to be different. Things are about to be different. Let's put it that way. What's this? Oh, cool. Oh, Monica Cannon Grant. Yep. We got to get to her. She has her trial coming up in a couple months. What's this message I just got? Oh my God, Bukkake. I don't think this is the this fucking guy. He's such a piece of shit. Look at him. Look at this tool. Look at this mofo. Look at that mofo. All right, cool. Colin was in the house. Yes, he was. All right. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to get to the mom and fake trans kid story. I didn't get to that, but will your hearing be streamed? I'm sure. It better be. Yeah, we are going to have another Halloween party. Stay tuned for an announcement on that. Something on X from Sean. Blood on rug in basement. Nikki M said so. Who's Nikki M? Someone. Oh, Nikki Morathis. Someone called me. I don't know what that means. But again, I work with what I get, what I have evidence of. If I have evidence of something, I report it. I don't have any evidence of that. I will say that I don't, if there's evidence, if somebody out there has testimony and is swearing that Nick Morathis dug up a rug and it was covered in blood, why isn't that person telling police that? And how do we know about it, but the police don't, and the FBI, I don't know. Okay. Oh, Robert Devine has a post-commission hearing. Excellent. And 1 p.m. Eastern time for the Patriots tomorrow. I'll be there. If you're again, I'll be in section 140 tomorrow. If anyone's around. Who's my judge? It's now Rayburn. She was the prosecutor in the Michelle Carter trial. So she's my new judge. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I don't know. Again, I like evidence. I don't like. Oh, I mean, that's what I deal with. Maybe Sean has better sources than me. I don't know, but to me, I like receipts and shit. Like maybe he's talking to us. Maybe he knows shit. I don't know. You know. I hope he's right. I hope he's right. Let's just put it that way, because I want these fuckers to go down. Yeah. So how'd the poll end up? The poll ended up 87%. So I'm going to wear the Free Karen Reed shirt tomorrow. I'll be there. The people have decided. Okay. What time? I don't know what you mean. All right, guys. I'm going to call it a night then. Anyway, I love you fine people. Thanks for all the donos tonight, as usual, and all the love out there. And keep the energy going. People protesting tomorrow. And yeah, I think that's about it, guys. We'll talk to you Tuesday night. Peace, Turtle Riders.